Guys, what's up? And in this video we are going to discuss a very common question, and that is how we can build up an excellent vocab. So the answer, I'm going to give you an answer with the two simplest things or ways with which you can improve, you can build an excellent vocabulary, because vocabulary is very much required in our day-to-day life, even when you are listening to an English news channel, or if you are reading a book, or if you are reading an English newspaper, English magazine, all that. In that case, vocabulary is something which really forms an essential part of English, and that is something, if we want to speak English or something like that, then vocabulary forms a very major part, and that is what make it so really important. Moving on, I'm here going to discuss the two ways which I prefer, which helped me in building an excellent vocabulary, and which I am going to prefer you also. Moving on, let us begin. The first and simplest way and the easiest way. Basically, I'm not going to ask you to take up a dictionary and start mugging all the things, all the words, because that is nearly impossible. And if not impossible, then it is very much difficult to mug up all the words of dictionary and all. So that's not the point. My point is read as much books as you can. These books, read as much as you can. Reading will improve your reading speed. It will reading, because you can think what is exercise is what to our body is, reading is what to our mind, and that is very important. Beside that, reading gives you an additional advantages. That is, reading books exposes you to a lot of words which are also used in our day-to-day life also, and that's make it really important. And the easiest way to build an excellent vocab is books in the sense here, as I am always preferring you to buy a Kindle, because with Kindle you can access thousand, not even thousand, millions of books are there, millions of books for free. I'm going to say on internet, you just type the name of the book, and at last you add PDF download, so you will get that book for sure. Rarely, if you do not find the PDF of that book, then you can buy also. You can buy that book also at very low cost, because Kindle editions or ebook editions are always very much cheaper than paperbacks and all. Beside that, an additional and an advantage which really I really consider, that is, money is not a big push for me. For me, a big push for Kindle was environment, because trees are basis of our ecosystem, our environment and all, and trees are also source of these species. These species are nothing but cellulose only, which is manure, which forms a major component of plant body. So that is the point. From trees only here comes the books. And trees, trees are something which are basis of our ecosystem, which host these birds, which host all the life, all the environment and all, and that is why trees become very important. And that is why, and buying Kindle, buying ebooks can somehow contribute to that part also, which is our responsibility, and that is something with which we can fight with climate change. That is very common term these days. So moving on, without wasting much time on this topic, it is really worth the debate or a full time discussion, but we will be doing that on some other day. The second point is this book. This is Word About Medici by Norman Lewis. Maybe you are aware of what. And the book is simply not a dictionary. It is not a novel. It is a workbook, I will say. More accurately defining it, is a workbook. You have to work with this book. The approach of Norman Lewis is very unique in this book. His approach is etymological approach to building vocab. That is, in this case, we learn the root words, and then about 8 to 10 words are associated with that root word. And with this learning a single root word, you are going to learn about 10 words, and that reduces the word load, I will say, on you. Beside that, you have to work with this book. It is really an amazing book. It is going to, and also it is not something you learn the words and you will forget after some time. This book is not, the words you will learn in this book will surely remain with you for a long time, for even lifetime. And the point is, again, buy a Kindle and read as much books as you can. That's the only way, because vocab is also required in competitive exams in India also. Beside that, vocab is really very important to make our speech, to make our what we are saying, make our speaking effective. And for vocab, what he says, how to build a vocab, I'm going to showing you an excerpt from interview of our vocabulary guru. We call him in India, that is Dr. Shashi Tharoor. I'm going to show you an excerpt from his one of the interview, and where what he says. Let us listen what he says about how to build a vocab, and with that we are going to end this video. And that was my approach. By the way, before that, think of the climate change, think of these Passer domesticus house sparrows. These are facing extinction these days because of we Homo sapiens. So the climate change is a real issue. We must concern that before going to bed, you just think over it once or twice and how you can contribute to it and all. That was the end of this video. We will meet some other day in another video. I have discussed all the features of Kindle that justify why I love Kindle and how it really worth buying. You buy a simple version. I'm not going to ask you to buy a Kindle Oasis about 21,000 rupees and all. You just buy the simplest one about 7,000 rupees. That's enough, because the dictionary and the vocabulary builder, all these things are given. That also, by that time, I'm going to say you bye bye. Think over the climate change. I'm going to say again, and that was all. Bye bye.
You are a maverick when it comes to speaking. You are the epitome of magical words. How do you do it? Give our young readers out there, how is it that you have such a powerful vocabulary?
I just read a lot, and that's the honest truth. I hardly ever looked up a dictionary. Just if you read enough books, you'll come across a new word twice, 3 times, 4 times. The usage will teach you what it means and how to use it. So the main thing is read widely. I believe it's the best education there is, the best entertainment there is, and the best escape there is. And it's also something which actually improves your vocabulary.